Hey guys, Razorblade Mango here, and today I'm going to be talking about the remakes of the Famicom Detective Club duology from Nintendo. During their last direct, this was actually one of the things that was one of the big highlights for me, because I had never heard of these games until Nintendo revealed the trailer for the remakes, and it really looked like my kind of thing. And I was surprised I had never heard of them before now. But it didn't matter. I learned of them, and I was interested, and I wanted to buy them. And full disclosure, Richard got them for me for my birthday. So thank you, Richard, for that. And I have spent the last 3 weeks playing through the two games whenever I could. I've been busy, but I've dedicated some time to getting through them, and I like them quite a bit. They're not my favorite detective games that I've ever played, but as somebody who enjoys narrative-driven mysteries like this, where they're even in the case of Famicom Detective Club, where they're very on the rails with it having meaningful failure be an impossibility, I liked them. It's one of those games that you kind of can just come home after a long day and just kind of sit there and play it and decompress. It's not stressful, it's not super demanding, it's just a very simple detective game. And I know simple is usually a derogatory term, but I mean that as a compliment when it comes to Famicom Detective Club. And one of my favorite moments actually from this year was when I was playing it in the morning on one of my days off. I was sitting in my living room in my favorite chair, and I was drinking coffee while listening to the rain outside. And those two things combined with playing Famicom Detective Club created this very just pleasing, relaxing atmosphere that I really liked. I felt like I was like sinking into my seat with a good book, except I was playing it on my Switch. And I guess the older I've gotten, the more I've come to appreciate games that can create that kind of vibe. I think they have done a really good job remaking these games. Like I said, the presentation is great, and they actually went further than I thought than they would with the animation, because it's very well drawn. The characters have a lot of lively facial expressions. Even minor characters are memorable thanks to the really great facial expressions. Scenery, oh my god, the scenery is fantastic, especially in The Missing Heir. There's this one particular shot of this beach area with this sunset lit sky and the waves in the background. You could hear the waves too while you're just standing there, and it's one of my favorite environments from this year that I've encountered so far in a video game. It's this simple cliffside visual, but the work that goes into creating the aura that you're actually there is outstanding. And the mysteries themselves are well written, if a tad predictable, especially one that I called what was going to happen like hours before it actually happened. And the writing for the characters is good. I really enjoyed investigating these mysteries. I enjoyed interrogating these people. And whenever I found a new clue and it plays that little jingle, like the doo-doo-doo, there was that little like, ooh, that little like leap of excitement within me. That's like, ooh, I'm getting closer to unraveling this mystery. And it's simple shit like that I think is just cool about Famicom Detective Club. Like I said, it's not demanding. It's not asking you to like comb the environment like heavily looking for a minute clue. It's just simple and relaxing and fun. And I really appreciate these games for being the way they are. They're pretty old school as far as their gameplay, which is very point and clicky. It's a lot of trying to figure out what the order of certain things you need to do. In particular, The Missing Heir, which is the first one, has a lot of that, like trying to figure out what you need to do in order to activate the next dialogue option, the next dialogue tree that's going to get you through to the next part of the mystery. And if you're easily frustrated by that kind of thing, then I would recommend you maybe skip the missing heir and play the girl who stands behind instead, which I do think is the better of the two. Personally, because I like the mystery more at hand compared to the missing heir. Even though the missing heir is quite good, I can personally resonate more with like a horror tinged spooky mystery that the girl who stands behind goes with. And it's a lot more streamlined as well compared to the missing heir. If you wanted to pick, if you only have the money for one, I'd say go with the girl who stands behind. It's pretty damn good. The missing heir is good as well, just not as good as the girl who stands behind. But if you have, if you know that this kind of game is for you, and you know that you'll like this kind of on the rails, super linear, super chill narrative detective stuff, then I would recommend you buy both of them, because I actually got a lot more mileage out of the both of them than I expected. As I expected to be for them to be like really quick kind of games for something that's like one and done, but no, for something like this, that for each one that's priced at $35 or $60 if you get them together, I actually felt like I got my money's worth. And I thought that was cool, because I'll never, and to be honest, like, I'll never play these games again, at least not for a long time, and that's perfectly fine, because I really don't mind paying $35 or $60 in this case for, like, two, enjoyable one-and-done mystery games. That's just me, but I'm not everybody. That's just my personal recommendation. If you know that you're into this kind of super linear detective stuff, then I would recommend both of the remakes of the Famicom Detective Club duology. I like them. Nintendo pricing these games so high doesn't work all of the time, but I think they work in the case of this game, for me personally, these games. And I would recommend them, because I liked them quite a bit, and they're just visually pleasing, atmospherically pleasing. The writing is good. I enjoyed unraveling these mysteries, and maybe in a couple years from now, if I'm ever bored and just want something to chill out to, maybe I'll re-download them and play them again. Who knows? Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you see, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of Famicom Detective Club, and as always, I'm Razorblade Mango. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all later. Bye!